So if you're a reader who spends any time at all on social media, you've probably come across the term ARC before. That stands for Advanced Reader Copy, and knowing what that is and how to get one can unlock a whole slew of free early editions of books for you. So if you want a hobby that's a little easier on your wallet and also helps support authors who are putting their work out in the world, this is a great thing for you to know. An ARC is an early edition of the book. It usually comes out before pre-orders even open. It's right before that final polish of the book. Publishers or authors will send these out to potential reviewers. So if this is a hugely anticipated release from one of the big five publishers, usually they'll only send those to major book influencers or people whose expertise is in some way relevant to this. But regardless, it's going to be somebody with a following. But smaller publishers and indie authors tend to have a much broader base of people they're willing to send these arcs to, because the whole point is just to make sure that the average reader gets an honest view right at the launch of the book of what people thought of it and how it performs in the genre. So if you are a reader and you do tend to put anything about your opinion of books out into the world, you may be a good candidate for receiving an ARC, especially from an indie author. Usually what that looks like is that authors will have a Google form or a place on their site or even just an email that you request an ARC from. When their ARC signups are open, they take a look at whatever information you provide, and then if you're chosen to be an ARC reader, they send you a link to download either an ebook or a PDF version of the book so you can read it leading up to launch. And the hope is that you then put your opinion out into the world, an honest review, either on your own social media during pre-orders to help hype up the book, or maybe you hit up the retailer sites like Amazon during launch week to help it climb the charts and be exposed to more people. But regardless, you're putting out an honest review, your very honest thoughts about the book. This is not an opportunity for you to get paid for a positive review. It's just people getting access to the content of the book before it's technically live, so that those reviews come out right at the launch instead of waiting to trickle in over the weeks that follow. It's a great opportunity for readers who don't want to spend money every time they want to own a copy of the book. It's really great if you want to explore more indie authors' work without necessarily taking the risk of spending that money. And it's also a huge support for the authors themselves, because having those reviews up early makes it a lot easier for people to discover the book, and it also helps readers get a realistic sense of whether or not they're going to like it and whether they want to spend their own money when it comes time to pre-order or buy the book. ARCs are something that are on my mind a lot right now because I have my ARC requests open for A King's Trust, which is my debut novel. It's an MMF poly-romantasy novel. So if that sounds interesting to you, head on up to my Linktree, click the very first link, request an early reader copy, and put in your request. I've still got spots open and I'm happy to let you read it early.